Hey, afternoon, Notcasty people. This is episode 130. It's Saturday, I think the 21st of August, 2021. I was going to talk about one of my very favourite albums for the next episode, but I'm going to give you a quick update on something else that's happened recently. Those of you who know me in the so-called real world, or you follow me on Twitter or Instagram or something like that, will know that on Thursday morning, um, I had a non epileptic seizure and I was unconscious for about 2 minutes. Um, Oddly enough, at the time it happened, I just thought I'd fallen asleep and I was dreaming. It was kind of like the end of 2001, which was pretty trippy. And then I woke up and I was on my knees staring at my socks on the bedroom floor. It's a really unusual experience. Uh, and I am now in the process of recovering from that. I haven't slept on Wednesday night because I was trying to get to sleep when the seizure happened, and I went, I think, 36 hours or thereabouts without getting any sleep, which is the last time I did a period like that, being up for 36 hours without getting any sleep, whereas the last time I pulled an all-nighter, which was in the last millennia. That makes me feel old indeed. So the health prognosis is that about 15 to 20 of every 100,000 people have one seizure of this type at some point during their lives, which means there are probably 7 people in my town that have had something like this happen to them throughout the course of their lives, which means maybe once a decade somebody in my town gets it. That makes me feel nice and special and unique and wanted, I think. Um, what happens after this is they put me through a whole bunch of tests. I was in A&E for 14 hours. I was discharged finally at, I think, 4 o'clock in the afternoon after being admitted at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was given ECG tests, CT tests, blood tests, diabetes tests, trying to work out what it was. It was downgraded from a potential heart attack or cardiac arrest to potentially diabetic or epileptic seizure to finally a non-epileptic seizure. I was on an IV drip. I had more pricks in me than a hedgehog, and I was very, very tired. I'm knackered. I'm getting less knackered, but oh my god, I was so tired. And after it happened, I remembered I lay on the bed and I couldn't lift my arms and I couldn't move my legs really. I could just about get dressed. I remember having the conscious thought in my head when the ambulance crew were coming is that I am almost definitely going to A&E. And when you go to A&E, you're never there for a short period of time. You're there for quite a while. And so I better pack a book, make sure my phones are charged. I've got a work phone and a not work phone. And make sure that I'm properly dressed because I don't want to be in my pyjamas at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Nonetheless, I almost had 2 further seizures, but because I was in the hospital, I didn't. And then around 5 a.m., I felt a lot better. Still weak, but a lot better. I looked like something out of Star Wars. I had so many tubes and things sticking out of me. I don't know what this means for the future for me. I have no idea. Will it happen again? I don't know. Although I do know what the symptoms are going to be and feel like should they ever happen. And I am not one of these people that decides to stoically man up and try and survive it. You know, if it's going to happen, I'm going to tell people and I'm going to get help, and that's probably the best thing that's going to happen. I went out yesterday, the day after the event, as they call it in the hospital, for a walk. I was out for about 40 minutes. I was pretty good, but I was exhausted by the end of it. I went out again today. Again, pretty good. Not quite as exhausted today. So hopefully I'm on the mend and on the road to recovery. For the past few months, I've had this weird sense of foreboding, like something wasn't quite right in me, in my body. And I don't have that sense now. It could be some kind of stress reaction, actually. Although my life is remarkably not stressed compared to what it's been like some other times in my life. It could be a stress reaction to, well, we've been in this COVID thing for a year and a half, and there's only so long that people can really take a period of sustained stress. You know, when you're on holiday, or more correctly, when you're in a war-like situation, it feels like we're at war with COVID. You don't get to take 2 weeks off from being at war. It just keeps happening. So what I'm trying to do at this point now is to try and understand what happened, and I think it might have been my body overreacted to being in a period of high alert for a very long period of time. And sometimes, you know, I got a blue screen of death and had to reboot and start again. And I think that might have been what happened. So my brain crashed, and I rebooted and started up again. I have no updates to install, so no robot hands, no laser eyes. Sorry, gang. Just plain old me. But what I have learnt is that I am, to quote Star Trek, operating within acceptable parameters. My results are all normal, or as normal as can be expected. I think I'm 0.1 above what's regarded as a healthy blood sugar level. But otherwise, my blood pressures, my sugar levels, all that stuff is completely normal. Slightly overweight, but completely normal. So as long as I don't push myself too much, don't get too stressed, I should be okay. And hopefully I'll be back at a gig at some point soon. I was hoping to see The Wedding Present on Thursday at Tunbridge Wells. That show, thankfully, has been delayed through to May 2022, which is good because I certainly wasn't going to go and see a band on Thursday night, considering I'd had that happen in the morning. I was also very, very tired. I'd been awake from about 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning through to about 11:30, 12 o'clock on Thursday with a small nap. But there you are. Hopefully, won't happen again. Most people, it doesn't happen again. And I will be, recovering, getting back to normal, feeling better and stronger in the coming weeks and months. And if you know me in the real world, we go to gigs together or something like that, I'm really looking forward to seeing your lovely faces. If we don't know each other in the real world, who knows? We will probably bump into each other at a gig or something at some point anyway. As normal, I tell yourselves to take care of yourselves and each other, much like the Jerry Springer show. But I think I've got to take care of myself right now, which is what I'm going to be doing. Continue to stay beautiful. I hope to see you all soon. And here's to recovery. See you all later. Bye.